3 national departments have joined efforts in a Youth Day month. This is a project launched today in Doorns, that's in the Western Cape. The Deputy Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment, this is Makhotso Sotyu, is leading the initiative. It's in partnership with the Departments of Rural Development and Human Settlements. The economy in Doorns is mostly dependent on grape farming. And Newzroom Afrika's Erin is there, and let's take a listen to what she has to say to us. Good morning to you, Erin. What is on the agenda for today?
So, Xoli, the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment is spearheading a combined effort in terms of Environment Month and Youth Month here in Doorns. It involves handing out a number of resources to schools in the area. We've just been to one nearby primary school and joining another now, Sibabalwa Primary School. And if you see the desks behind me, Xoli, these desks are made from alien trees, repurposed into tools for learning here on display and to be handed out and put into the classrooms at this very site. We have the Deputy Minister with us. She's going to give us more of an idea of what's on the program today. Deputy Minister, thank you for your time. We understand that you are giving out a number of things. Tell us more.
That's correct, yes. We have actually been invited by one of the community-based organizations by the name of Lokshin Pioneers, and they identified some few needs when it comes to this school and the area. One of those needs was then the desk. As you can see that we brought along about 100 desks for the school, some sanitary towels for the learners, and also some garden needs, and tools and everything, seeds and everything, you name it. Those are the things that then they indicated to us that they would like to have for the school. Then we brought those to the school today.
Do you think the fact that you are providing these resources speaks to some of the failures of other government departments? You're not the education department, and you are not responsible for putting shoes on children's feet, as good as it is that you are seeing to those needs.
That's the responsibility of each and every department. It's a government department. So it does not mean that since we are not from the Department of Basic Education or Department of Higher Education, we can assist with those needs. As a department, each and every department has got a specific budget to do what we are doing. So this is what we have done as a department. But it's not only basic education is supposed to do that. So we can't say it's a failure, because if it's a failure of basic education, it means it's a government failure. So we are here as a department having a budget for this specific gifts that were given to the school.
In terms of governance in this area, the Hex River Valley is very dependent on table grape farming. It's a very impoverished community, long-standing issues both during the ANC's rule of the Western Cape and ongoing under the DA. Talking about failures of government, how many strides do you think the ANC made in this province, considering some of the violent protests that broke out here around 2016?
Unfortunately, I can't respond on issues of a party, an ANC or a DA or EF or whatever. What I can talk about is my own department and also about myself as a employee of the ANC and what is expected from me. But I must indicate that with me here, because we were told about the challenges that is being faced by the community, I've got the Deputy Minister of Human Settlement and also the Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development. So this morning we did get a briefing from the heads of the school and also from the municipalities. Most of the issues that you are asking me about, they have been highlighted by the municipalities officials, but mainly those that have to do with my own department, issues of waste, as I have indicated that this is an Environment Month, and we know that around the country, all over the municipalities, we have a challenge when it comes to the issues of the management of the waste. Therefore, these are issues that they raised this morning, and we did commit that where we can, we are going to assist the municipality as government.
Minister, thinking about that, I mean, the landscape here is remarkable. We do live in a beautiful country. I know you were saying there are other programs happening around schools in Mpumalanga. You have plans to do similar outreach in the Free State. What are your concerns when it comes to how we look after our natural environment and the splendor of South Africa?
South Africa is a very rich country when it comes to issues of natural resources. I think then it is upon us as a department or as employees in government to make sure that we come up with awareness programs, because this is one area where we are lacking. So I think what we need to do is for us then to together, of course, with the community-based organization, try and come up with awareness programs so that people should understand on how to take charge of their own environment. Then I think if then people can understand also the importance of waste, because many people think that waste is waste. Actually, waste is not waste. Not only waste. You can do a lot. You can create jobs out of waste. You can even enrich yourself out of waste. But because of lack of awareness campaign, I think it's where we are lacking, I must admit, but we are on top of issues now that we know what is it that we need to do as a department and as government.
As you say that, I noticed those desks behind us. I guess trees which are felled because they're alien vegetation could be waste. Now they're turned into tools for learning. What else is on the program? I believe you're going to highlight some career opportunities in your very sector, environment, forestry and fisheries.
That's correct. I have officials here with me. Some of them are experts in the department. They will have to explain, but not to these learners at this specific school because they are very young, but to those learners at high school or those learners from a school that has got grade 6, grade 7, grade 8 up to maybe grade 12, so that they can understand that in order for you to choose what you want to do when you finish with a matric, because most of them, they think that when you go to university, you must become a teacher, you must become a nurse, you must become a doctor. So we just want to highlight to them that there are other opportunities, there are other fields that you can follow when then you decide about your career. That's what we are going to do today. You know that our department is a very huge department. Most of, for instance, I'll take one of the entities in my department, Sanbi, for instance, where we have a lot of learners who are being trained as scientists in the department. So that's what we want to let our learners know, that this is what we are doing as a department, not only about the usual career that we know, but there is other careers, the ones that then we'll try to explain to the children today.
Deputy Minister Sotyu there, thank you for your time. Xoli, a sense of a drive towards science careers in Doorns here today. We will be following the Deputy Minister in her program and keeping you updated throughout the day.
Erin Bates, thank you very much. Very, very important initiative there to try and uplift young people.